But Counter-Strike is it's basically, this is what I haven't talked about yet, which is, you know, they're getting rid of partnered leagues, or at least the version that exists right now. So it's at its best when it's an open playing field, when the ability is the only limit to their success. So yeah, they're getting rid of all the partnered stuff, if you guys missed it, because you get your information from me, which some of you do, which honestly, that's smart, you know? I clearly only give you the best and the good stuff. I think Counter-Strike should be an open sport, so we're going to be adding new requirements to running large-scale competitive events. The finer details are still in progress. I hear the broad strokes. Tournament organizers will no longer have unique business relationships or other conflicts of interest with teams that participate in their events. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that one's pretty straightforward. Invitations to all tournaments will use our ranking system detailed here, which, by the way, I already took a glance at it. Spoilers, it's really bad. However, they have a little while to get. We'll come back to that in a second. Any compensation for participating teams, prize pool or otherwise, will be made public and will be driven by objective criteria that can be inspected by the community. So for those of you that don't know, there's like rev share, right? Like part of the partnership and stuff like that is there's like rev share and different behind the scenes agreements that you guys don't get to see, that I don't even get to see, that I even if I know about it, I still don't know exactly like what it looks like. Since tournament organizers will have existing long-term commitments, these requirements will take effect in 2025. So we got a while before this fully comes in, but it shows that Valve is like not really enjoying currently how things are going. There'll be some rough edges to the transition, but we're committed to the long-term health of Counter-Strike as a sport and looking forward to see. I mean, but this part actually makes me happy. To me, this makes like Valve is kind of recognizing almost like their responsibility, I guess. I like that Valve is not super involved in the scene. I wish they did more, but at the same time, you know, you can't, it's always just a evolving thing. But like them just admitting that they know it's probably going to suck for a little bit, but they're going to be trying their best not to just like make a bunch of changes and just forget it is good. Like that's just good self-awareness pretty much. Now the ranking stuff, hold on. The standings are really messed up right now. That being said, Nouns is currently ranked higher than EG, which is hilarious. You know, and Cole is like super like far down. The reason none of this matters though, and this roster's out of date, is there's 2 years. I don't think they've been looking to fix this. So like the ranking system currently is hot trash. There's a lot to unpack here with how bad Team Pimp is currently ranked over Falcons and Big, which was from this was like a sponsor like event, like a advertisement tool. Short version, these rankings are hot ass, but I don't think they're a focus right now, nor should they. It doesn't matter. They're focused on CS2. That's what matters right now. I kind of wish that we had the HLTV rankings just kind of being referred to a bit more. However, I kind of like the fact that I almost kind of like that we'll have separate ones, as weird as that sounds. We'll see how the Valve ones develop, but I think it'll be kind of interesting to have two different ones. My first initial thing was like, hopefully Valve is doing something on the back end for tournament organizers to like, you know, be able to sustain themselves if they're getting rid of the partner leagues. But I was actually talking with Moses a bit, and he was kind of shedding some light that it actually does help the TOs a bit, that they'll like, this is their way of potentially maybe getting out of some of those deals with some of those orgs. Because there's so much money flying around right now from the tournament organizers that this actually cuts down on the responsibility of the like tournament organizers, which makes sense. It's just like different.